Well, it's finally drywall day. I've got, I think this is 29 sheets of 4x12 that have to get up and in, and we're gonna try to get the entire thing hung this morning. I've got a couple of people here to help me out, and hopefully this goes really, really quick. So I'm probably not gonna talk to the camera much because I just have to get the work done like I usually do. But let's see how fast we can get through this. All right, guys, check this out. Thanks to Matt and Phil and the drywall lift, we actually got this entire room hung in about 3.5 hours. That was a whole lot quicker than it was going to take me doing it by myself. So, yeah, awesome stuff. Check this out. We've got all the walls done, all the ceilings done, all of the outlets cut out. Let's see, you see these wires sticking out? This is going to be for the under cabinet lighting. So the upper cabinets are going to come down to just past this, and these are going to poke out and then hook up to lighting, and there's one there and one there. So on every side of a break, this is going to have the microwave here, so that's why that's a break. That's why those wires are sticking out there. We got the windows cut out, we got the door cut out, all the way around to this back side. Here we've got where the entertainment center stuff is going to be. Now we've got that orange pipe right here that runs down the wall, down into this one. And then you got that big cavity that was back here with the fiberglass insulation, so now this stuff can stuff back in there. I did take a quick video before I put this up. I'm going to shove that in here now to kind of explain the whole thought process behind that. So in the insulation spraying video, I kind of pointed to the entertainment center corner and said I would explain it later. So here we are to explain it. It's a little bit messy the way it is, but once it's all sealed up, it ends up looking really nice. So you have this bathtub sort of thing up here, and you have a completely recessed outlet box here. So the outlet itself is actually inside the box, allowing this to be completely flat if you were going to flat mount a TV up there. Then we have a hose that connects the top and bottom with the same situation down there. This is my internet cable coming in through that, which has actually managed to stay alive through this entire project. So the point of the bathtub is if you have an HDMI cord or something that you don't want to curl around the TV, you can't buy them to the exact length that you want, so you always end up hiding some of it. Well, with this, you can just curl it up and tuck it back in here, and it'll just spool up inside the cavity, and that's where your excess cable length ends up going. And now because this isn't insulated, like, you know, the spray-on green stuff, we'll actually end up going with some fiberglass foam in there to get some of that R value back. But then when you curl up a cable, it'll just tuck in there and kind of work around the fiberglass and push it out of the way. And then we have this orange tube that connects all the way down to the one below it. And that's where we can feed our HDMI and whatever other connectors down through that, out into the back of the TV stand where different electronics and stuff will be sitting. So it looks a little bit ugly now, but eventually it'll just look like an outlet with a bunch of built-in features inside the wall. So yeah, all of the drywall is up except for one small little part. We left this little corner of the ceiling up, and we did that on purpose so I could show you how we were doing this. You know, the entire ceiling as you go along, you're supposed to kind of split on a rafter right there, and you can see that we never did that. At no point did we intentionally split our drywall on a rafter, because that takes cutting drywall, that takes a finer eye. Didn't want to deal with that. What we're doing is putting these nailing strips, so wherever the drywall ends, you just put this 1x4 above it, and you have this nailing strip that you screw into one side. We got it on this side too. And then you can just put your drywall up into that, screw it into it, and that holds the seams tight without having to think ahead, without having to plan ahead. You just kind of get it done. It's much easier that way. So I've got to get one put right there, and then I can finish filling in these last two holes. The other thing I have to do is get corner bead put on. So like this actually does need some drywall there, there, and there. But otherwise, everything is done. And then, like I said, here's corner bead. We're just going to do this galvanized metal corner. It's not rounded. It's not anything special. And that'll get nailed in there. And that'll help make that corner stronger and easier to mud and tape and stuff like that. It fell down. Speaking of mudding and taping, I like hanging drywall. It's actually kind of fun. It goes fast, it's easy. It makes a huge difference. Just look around this room. You know, the last thing we did was the spray foam insulation, and that made it look a little different, a little minty, but it made it look cleaner than it was before with just bare ugly studs. But now that we have drywall on it, this actually looks like a room. The lights seem brighter, the windows seem brighter. Hanging drywall isn't such a bad thing. Mudding, I don't have any talent for it. I am very, very bad at mudding. We'll do a video on that when I get to it, but pretty much what I do is I cover everything up, hide the seams, I do my best. I end up sanding once or twice, which is the worst part of the worst part. But then I come back with a massive texture gun and just spray texture all over this whole thing, let it harden for just a little bit, and then you come back and you knock it down and you get this good effect that my wife really likes, which is great because it hides all of the things I did wrong. So that's going to be the plan going forward. And well, that's probably about the end of this one. Now, before we go, doesn't this seem like a short video? It seems like a pretty short video. If you have been following along with this project, you have probably noticed that for about 2 weeks now, I haven't posted anything. And that was because I finally went on a kind of a dream trip of mine. Since I was about 15 years old, I've always wanted to go see northern Alaska and the tundra and all of that kind of stuff. And so for the last 2 weeks, that's where I've been, up past the north slope of the Brooks Range, all the way up to Prudhoe Bay. Look that up on a map if you want to see where I was, hunting caribou. So I had just the best time with some of my best hunting buddies. And I think I'll sprinkle some of those videos in here now. I'm not going to make you watch a hunting video. I know this is a woodworking channel. You don't want to watch me go kill something. I did manage to get a nice caribou with my bow. Just lifetime achievement right there. But if you want to see that, I will make a longer video about the hunt on my second channel, Gunflint Outdoors. I'll let you know when I get that done. It's probably going to take a little bit. But for right now, just enjoy some of the sights and sounds and scenery of the Alaskan tundra. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.